In this video I'm going to talk about the 4 things I wish I knew before moving to the UAE, and my full story of how it all started, and just coming here on a trip first. And on the first day seeing the Burj Khalifa, I decided to fully relocate, and it just took me 4 weeks for the whole process. So stay tuned to the end of the video to experience my story. And if you don't already know me, my name is Chris Elliott. I'm the founder of Emirates business setup, and I've been living here now nearly since 4 years. I've lived in several places such as Australia, Morocco, and the UK for about 4 years, born and raised in Germany, and I have a business in Germany and an LLC in the USA, so I know many advantages and disadvantages of living and working in different places, especially now in the UAE. So stay tuned for the video. So how it all started of moving to Dubai? Well, a couple of years back I was looking to open a company in a different country, to move from Germany, as this was always my dream, but I never made the step because of course it's a big thing you're doing. You're changing your environment, and especially when you live in Germany, we have a safe country, we have everything, even if we lose our job. But I always wanted to be in a different place in the world. This was my dream, my vision. And then I contacted a few countries, then UAE, Dubai, of course, for the business opening, and the main reason, also to save taxes, because I had a company already in Germany, and I got some information, but the information I got didn't really clarify all the questions, and I left it until approach 4 years back. Then a friend of mine who was already in Dubai, also just arrived then, I saw a story on Instagram and I contacted him, and then he said, why don't you just come over and have a look? So I decided within the same conversation, I booked the flight, and then a week later I arrived in Dubai. At the airport was of course a different experience, and then going into the downtown, seeing the Burj Khalifa was just incredible, seeing that. And then I decided I want to live here and relocate fully. So I stayed a week and went back to Hamburg, Germany, and it gave me 4 weeks time, and that was just before Christmas, to make the movement. I think it was about 22nd of December that my flight was booked to come here, and that was even in the COVID times, so the next thing might have been a lockdown, and I didn't want to stay in Germany in case they do close the flights and I have to be stuck there. So the time was running to prepare everything. So let's get to this topic of talking about how my movement went and the things I planned. So I had 4 weeks to prepare everything, the movement. I still had an office in Hamburg, which I still have now, but I had to sell all the furniture, all the equipment. I still had employees working in the office, but the contracts were running out anyway, so I had to also make a decision there. I had my apartment to look for new tenants. I had to sell a few private things such as my bike, my SUP, for example. And arranging many things with the tax lawyer, with the government, changing the address. And also the thing is, I have 2 nationalities, a British one and the German one. And the German one I just recently got before that, because before that I was already preparing something. I might leave Germany one day, so in the right time I had my German passport, which finally made me very happy, to also make it more easier for me for the moment. So in this 4 weeks I got everything ready. I couldn't wait really to make the movement. It was very, very stressy at the time because the time was running every day to prepare everything in a very short time, because every day I got delayed for something. And the thing is, if I didn't manage the thing on the time, the thing is the flight might have been cancelled due to COVID. So, and for myself, it's good to give myself a time frame and the pressure to keep everything in the right direction. So my first move to Dubai, when I arrived in Dubai, first I stayed at my friend's apartment at Palm Jumeirah. It was a crazy experience, something new, something unique. I've never imagined I have one day, and this experience of living there was just incredible. It's just like a different world. People who have never experienced Dubai, they have to try it out, of course, just for a week, a few days. So then we stayed with my friend a few weeks. I think it was maybe 2-3 months. And in that time I also opened my company, Free Zone. I organized everything myself, my Emirates ID, my medical, my fingerprint, opened my personal bank account, I got my phone contract and all these things. I had a car, my health insurance. I checked everything myself. I asked a couple of people what I should do, even for the company setup. Everybody said something else, go with that Free Zone or go with the mainland. And then I decided to go with a cheaper option, Russell Kamer. I'll come back to that story. And in the end, opening a company and the bank account, because I wanted to do it myself, it took me nearly 6 months to get my business bank account. It was very, very long, very stressy, the process, even doing the Emirates AD, the medical fingerprint, because I didn't know the process, the steps where I need to go. I just did it myself. Of course I asked my friend, but like I like doing things myself. But it took a long time. And getting the fingerprint, I wear shorts, which wasn't allowed in that time. I had to quickly buy some pair of trousers around the corner. I was sweating, it was very hot. Then I went back to the center, but then they were closed because there was a huge queue there, and I had to come back the next day. So that's how I even made more experiences of things I didn't know. If I knew these things, I would have been prepared. And since then, I always had a pair of long trousers in my car. You don't need the pair of trousers every time for every appointment, but at that time you had to wear them. For example, the banks, you don't need to wear long trousers. Of course, it's always recommended, but now you can wear shorts. For the medical appointment, shorts is fine. Be casual, it's no issue. But if you want to really be sure, just have a pair of long trousers with you. It always shows a bit better impression. And altogether the process took me a long time. It made me learn a lot. I gained a lot of experiences. I know what I'm talking about. When people ask me now, what should I do? And I choose, of course, the wrong Free Zone, Russell Kamer and Rakic. Then I had to go to Russell Kamer for my driving license to convert, which was about 1 hour drive. If I knew these things beforehand, I have gone with the Dubai Free Zone, which had made it more easier for myself. So in the end, it took me to get everything six months at least for the whole process. So I arrived in December and fully got everything in June, July. With that time, I could have already did other things, used my time, and in the end run, I saved maybe some money, but in the end I didn't save money. So that's my experience of the things I wish I knew beforehand. Another important factor is depositing money. For example, if you are renting an apartment, a long-term apartment, you also need to pay the deposit for DIVA and for the rental, for the Ijari. Even if you're renting a car, you have to pay deposit, but of course in many countries it's like this. So you have some things like this which I didn't experience in any other country. If you're in Germany or in UK or in Morocco, you don't need to pay all of these deposits. Of course you do get it back after you cancel the contract, but you have to keep in mind that you need some more fees to just keep as a puffer, that you don't face any issues. And if I knew there were many Facebook groups in different categories, I had gone into the groups and asked a lot of questions, but I didn't think about this, and I didn't know there were so many groups. If it's just about the general things, moving to Dubai, if it's about cars, if it's about business setups, bankings, furniture, used things, communities, meeting people, if it's in English, German, Danish, Dutch, it doesn't matter. There's so many different groups where people are helping each other. But of course, now I have experienced it since being here, and especially having the business set up, which we also have one group we concentrate on. But you have to also be careful if you're asking, like say, business questions or bank questions or visa questions. Many people will give you different answers, so that will make you also confused. So just keep that in mind if you're really thinking to relocate, opening a business, having a bank account, getting your visa, if you need a spouse visa, or for your children, the visa, the papers are tested. Just make sure or contact the right company set up to give you the exact answer what you will require. Coming to the supermarkets, groceries, if I knew there were apps to order the food and comparing the prices, I had done this in the beginning. I didn't know this myself. I just come here, as I mentioned before. I just made this step and I didn't think twice about it, about all the things which can happen. Mostly we ordered food or at restaurants. And just maybe about 2 years ago, I found out that there's a supermarket called Viva, which is like in Germany, like Lidl, has good products, and they're also quality, and 4 times cheaper than say the named supermarkets, where you can save a lot of money, or you go yourself to the shops, or there are markets here, the fruit and vegetable market, the fish market. You can find bargains, fresh things. If you know the things, that's the issue I faced, which I found out now over the months and a couple of years I'm living here. But the thing is, of course, if you sometimes search too much about all the information, just count that together, you will probably need maybe months or 1 year to get all this information and knowledge, and then 1 year later you'll make this step, but then you're already 1 year older. So what I've learned from all these things is just make this step, just make the approach, and then everything will come in the right time. You'll get your answers you can ask, and that's also why we are here, why I built this company, to help people to have an easy and smooth process relocating to Dubai and not facing these problems, and then not think about it twice, as just making the move, which is in the end very, very easy once you do make the step. And if you have never been lived in another country, then you will experience it. And even when you're in UAE, especially in Dubai, you will see that you feel home. It's like you've never imagined something else. It's like you never think it can feel like home, but it feels like home because we have so many nationalities, and it's very, very, very easy. So what's my conclusion after being here nearly 4 or 5 years, I can tell you it's the best place in the world. And I'm not just saying that. I can live in any place in the world if I wanted to, but I choose to have my main living spot in Dubai, not Abu Dhabi, in Dubai. I met my wife here a couple months after I moved here. We're now married. I have 2 businesses in UAE, and I'm happy. I'm enjoying my lifestyle. I'm working a lot. I can communicate with many people. I can meet people. You can do everything. It's like they say the American dream, and it's 10 times more in UAE. Things you can really build up. You can scale. You can live your own life. You can live a crazy lifestyle. Of course, you can spend a lot of money, but it's very, very safe. It's crazy safe, I can say. The weather, we have nearly 365 days blue sky. It's sunny every day. It rains maybe, let's say, 5-10 days a year, but it's not raining all day. It's maybe an hour or half an hour. And even you are in a center, if you want to travel to a different city or country, you can fly from here to Miami within 14 hours. You're in Germany by 6 hours. You can go to Maldives, Seychelles, Bali, Thailand. Everything is central located and very easy. The airport is just located 10 minutes from downtown. If you're traveling from Palm Jumeirah to the airport, it's about 25 minutes. So it's very, very easy. And even opening a company, getting a residency, it's very, very smooth process. For the company setup, for example, you just need your business license, you get the residency, and you can open the personal and business bank account, and you can have it within 1 to 2 weeks. So everything is very, very easy, and you pay 0% tax if you below 100,000 US dollar. So they're making it very easy to have people here to relocate, to open business, to make money, to enjoy a better lifestyle, which they don't have in their own country. So I can just tell you from my experience, it's the #1 in the world. What they have created is just unbelievable. If you have never experienced this, just give it a try. If it's for 3-4 days in a hotel, just spend 1,000, 1,500 with the flight for the accommodation. You will see the service. I can go on and on with Dubai about talking about this, but then I won't make any other videos. I just have this video talking for hours and hours. So leave me a comment if you have any questions or you would like to know anything. Just DM us down below. You can also send us a WhatsApp, phone call, check our other social media profiles. We're very happy to serve you with any questions you have, and you can even book a free consultation call with me, also the link below, and I'm happy, and maybe see you soon in Dubai.